Hi, I'm Nick Huston here for Gotham Sound and Communications. Today I've got a jumbo case in front of me with a new product, the Aaton Cantaress. So today we'll just check out what's in the box. We'll hook it up and show you a couple of the features for this new control surface. So here we go. So the Cantaress comes with a jumbo case, which is presumably a waterproof case, and it comes with the Cantaress. You see the Cantaress itself here. The case is really nice, custom molded, foam on the top. Also in the case, an RG45 cable to connect the Cantaress to the Cantar. Some firmware update software on a SD card. Some instructions. You'll notice that the instructions say that this is a beta testing phase, so meaning it does work, but there are some features that are going to be added at a future date. So if you don't see something in this video, what you were looking for, look for other videos or shoot us an email about it. And then a lovely note that says thank you from President Jacques Delacour, and a couple of other warranty information, things like that. And last but not least, a 4-pin XLR female power supply with a Euro connector. So we would need to, if you're in the United States or any other place that has a different style of connector, we would need to send you another one. So let's get rid of this case for now, and we'll just leave the Cantaress on the table. Thank you very much, Jumbo. All right, so let's take a quick peek at the connection ports on the Cantaress. So if we go to our overhead camera, you'll see all the way over to the left, we've got a 4-pin XLR male power connector. This is the Ethernet connector. This is what you're going to use to connect the Cantar and the Cantaress. USB ports and 2 headphone ports, one for an 1/8 inch mini and one for standard 1/4 inch. Okay. On the side, you've got the your power button, and then you've got the pass-through ports for your 1/4 inch and your mini. Let's see if there's nothing on the other side. And so here's the USB port, presumably for a keyboard. So now if we put the Cantaress down and we look at kind of the main functions, you'll see it's got a really nice big screen up here, so a significant, almost double the size of the Cantar. You've got 12 channel faders, 12 channels of faders that are spaced more liberally than the faders that you would have on the Cantar and the Cantar M. Just gives you a little bit more room to work your fingers and your sound magic. They're all magnetic faders. As you can tell, some of the magnets become separated in shipping, but that does mean that it's weatherproof and easy to clean. You can just pop the faders off, blow some dust, some dust off or canned air in there to clean it out. So each track has its own solo PFL button, so you can just boom, 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 solo it. You can also select EQ, and you can adjust the EQ on it from the Cantaress. Each track has its own level control, so there's no reaching over to the Cantar to do that. And then these knobs up here, we'll get into these a little bit more, allow you to adjust certain parameters on the Cantar. Headphone volume control, up and down. Headphone volume. Multifunction buttons. You have 6 different multifunction buttons which are programmable from the Cantar. And the Cantaress's very own control. So let's plug it in and just see it turn on so you can see all the little lights and things. As mentioned, it does need its own 4-pin XLR power supply. So we'll just plug that in. And then we'll plug in the Ethernet port. There we go. And so the Ethernet port's connected over here to the Cantar. Our Cantar is on right now. And so I'll press the on button on the side of the Cantaress. And it turns on. So you can see it says Cantaress version 1.13 beta. Now it is worth noting, if you do have a Cantar and you want to use a Cantaress, you just have to make sure that you're running the latest version of the firmware, which is included. So once it's turned on, the Cantar automatically detected the presence of the Cantaress. It's now sending over its settings and says Cantaress connected. So you can see that we have a microphone already plugged into track 3. And as we adjust the fader on track 3, we can see our other tracks, our mixed tracks, which happen to be track 1 and track 2. I'll just get rid of this screen by pressing the escape button, which is over here. So as we talked about, we've got track 3 here. So we can turn it up and we'll see that the levels are changing on our input tracks. We also have the input gain or the trim right up here, so we can adjust that. And then if you push solo, it'll solo it, so you're just hearing that pre-fade, even if the mixing pot is down. So you can also adjust the EQ just by tapping here. Notice these 7 lights on the parameter row light up, so that indicates that those are the knobs that you'll actually be using to adjust your EQ. 3-band EQ with sweepable mids, so you got your lows, your low adjustment, mids, mid adjustment, the sweep for the mids, and then you've got the high and the high adjustment. So you can see I'm adjusting the highs, and now I'm sweeping the mids. Or, yeah, sorry, there you go. I'm just widening the mids. Now I'm adjusting them, and left and right, and all that stuff. And this joystick over here actually acts as a control for the Cantaress, so you can press it to get into some of the general settings, and you can see you can scroll back and forth, adjust the screen backlight. There it goes, nice and dim for those nighttime shots. Okay, bring it back up, and that's actually probably a little bit better for our camera. And you can also adjust the brightness on the LEDs. So you can see the LEDs getting dimmer. Oh my gosh, they're almost off. They are off. You can bring them all the way up to 63, which is kind of an interesting value. And then there's all sorts of calibrations and things like that in here, loading the firmware and whatnot. And these are 2 Paperwhite screens that are user definable. These ones right now are set to be multifunction buttons, and it says Aaton Cantaress. These ones down here are for your talkback mics, and you've got your OK and your escape to navigate the different menus. And all the way on the other side of your screen, you do have some of the important readout information from the Cantar. You've got your scene and take, your date, project setting. That's the serial number of the Cantaress down there. You can see what the time code is, and you can see what headphone you're listening to. And again, if we hit solo, it says what we're soloing. All right, so this part of the screen also tells you what you're doing on the Cantar right now. So right now we're in stop. If we change mode, now we're in test. Now we're in pre-record. And now we're in record. So you notice the screen changes. The jog wheel changes color. That's actually more of a red than an orange that it looks like on our cameras. And that's about that. So you can see how much time is remaining now on the screen and all of those things. And that's the first look at the Aaton Cantaress. Thanks so much for watching. You can watch this video and others in our archives at gothamsound.tv. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest news in the location sound recording world. And as always, you can send any ideas or questions to info@gothamsound.com. Take care.